depends what happens next.
You and Justin were taking on this project because it's no easy feat to bring a beloved book to the big screen. What were some of the concerns or hesitations that you guys had?
I mean, honestly, I didn't have any hesitations. To me, it was.
Okay. Don't make me regret this.
Nothing's gonna hurt you, baby.
When it relates to intimacy scenes, Blake was very involved in that and had amazing ideas.
He's so like patient and supportive of Lily, and it's like, you know, what we think of as like feminism or whatever.
I'm not getting beard on you today.
I'm probably getting spray tan on you.
It smells good.
Well, it's not bad. It's my body makeup.
You know how ugly breakups can be?
Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni crack jokes and chat back and forth between takes of a romantic scene on the set of hit film It Ends With Us.
Now imagine if it was a Hollywood breakup between two rich famous actors and $400 million on the line.
Actor-director Justin Baldoni is now suing his former co-star Blake Lively and her husband Ryan Reynolds.
He has obtained the bombshell 179-page federal lawsuit. Justin accusing the A-list couple of defamation and extortion, seeking $400 million in damages.
Baldoni is asking for money based on the ruining of it.
It all went down when Blake Lively made the first legal move and filed a lawsuit against Justin Baldoni on the claims of sexual harassment. And of course, Baldoni didn't let it slide.
The latest on the legal bombshell that
this morning, a new lawsuit filed against
shocking behind-the-scenes drama from Blake Lively.
Their Hollywood drama has now become a real-life legal one, each suing the other.
Blake Lively suing her former
alleges in graphic detail.
Both sides are now refusing mediation.
And oh dear, it just kept getting messier with leaked texts of both parties flying around, scheming revenge behind the scenes.
But we'll see what the documents actually say, because that's what we have, are documents. Documents actually don't lie. People do.
It even gets uglier with Taylor Swift's getting dragged in court.
I have to understand that, like, there are incredible perks that come with this life. There are also really heavy pressures that come with this life, and you just have to try to balance them.
And, oh boy, it's literally a legal street fight in designer heels. Let's be crystal clear from the jump, because obviously, this isn't your typical creative differences breakup. This kind of drama makes the fight between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard seem like a calm chat over tea. Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni's descent from co-stars to courtroom opponents is the messy Hollywood divorce we all saw coming. We just didn't. Think they'd be dumb enough to put the receipts in writing.
How many women has this worked on?
All of them.
If ever a film was going to be a runaway success, It Ends With Us was it.
Baby, all I want to do in my life is protect you. You know that, right?
Based on a New York Times best-selling novel by author Colleen Hoover about the impact of domestic violence, fans were eager to see the important characters brought to life. And landing uber celebrity Blake Lively to play the lead role of Lily Bloom brought excitement and star power to the set. Justin Baldoni took on duties as actor, producer, and director. It was supposed to be his big break.
Rewind to those early 2024 promo tours with all the toothy grins and carefully coordinated outfits.
Can I get a little story behind this? Well, this is Britney's Versace dress. 2002, the butterfly dress. And this dress meant so much to me. Oh my God, my husband's getting soaking wet in the rain.
The duo doing the press junket tango like two people who genuinely enjoyed each other's company. The lies we tell for a paycheck, right? They were selling that kumbaya on set fantasy so hard, you'd think they were running a summer camp, not making a romance movie. But honey, that film reel might as well have been a noose with how badly they wanted to strangle each other by the end of it.
You were teaching Justin how to pull you in.
Where have you seen that?
I don't think people realize how involved she was in this movie. And she's a producer on the film.
The chemistry with Justin also was off the charts. So talk to me about how sometimes you were even the intimacy coordinator in some of those sexier scenes. Like we saw you.
That shouldn't be happening, by the way.
And She was telling me what she thought would work and what she thought would be sexy. And from the very beginning.
Fast forward to today's courtroom drama, and suddenly we've got Blake hitting him with the "he improvised what in our love scene."
I think it's critical to have an intimacy coordinator. I think that like you coordinate stunts, you coordinate dancing. It's choreography. So to be able to say, you know, this was what happens here, here, and here in a stunt, and this is what happens here, here, and here in a dance. But like now you guys just go be, you know, put your bodies together and your mouths and whatever, and just like action and cut. Like that's sort of ridiculous. So I think that being choreographed is critical for everyone's safety.
A line delivery so sharp it could cut glass. Meanwhile, Justin's over here crying weaponized feminism like it's a Black Friday doorbuster and he's first in line for the discount victimhood. Sir, please, you're a grown man in a lawsuit, not a Twitter thread.
There was a lot of vulnerability in the film that you just released.
This is a movie about trauma. I had anxiety.
Why is that?
I haven't talked about this yet, but it's a man's issue. This morning I sent a text message, and no amount of I'm sorry's will ever undo it. Hurt people hurt people. He looked at me and he said, "I'm so sorry. Will you forgive me?"
But the real pièce de résistance? Those deliciously damning text messages. Justin's team out here writing, "We can bury her," like they're mobsters in a bad Scorsese knockoff.
Are you going to sue Blake Lively too?
Into oblivion, Megan. Wait till you see this lawsuit.
Oh boy. Well, for what?
Full of evidence, admissions, documents, which prove exactly what she did and how she bullied her way through the process to take over the movie and used her PR people to try and destroy Justin.
While Blake's squad clapped back with "let's make him unhireable," because subtlety is for people who don't have A-list legal teams on retainer. The pettiness is so thick you could spread it on toast.
Blake Lively will be sued, and we're carefully considering other people that will be sued also, and some
Ryan
of them come
Reynolds?
as a surprise. Ryan Reynolds, for sure.
Oh wow.
This isn't just messy. This is Gordon Ramsay walks into the kitchen, sees the disaster, turns right back around, levels of catastrophe. It suits writers saying, maybe dial it back territory. It's even the Roy family from Succession would have called a timeout kind of toxic.
But I'm tired of performing, that it is exhausting, that this is wrong, this is toxic, and it has to end.
What makes this especially delicious is how perfectly it encapsulates Hollywood hypocrisy. All those carefully curated Instagram posts about what a dream team they were, while the behind-the-scenes reality was more Real Housewife reunion than creative collaboration. The whiplash between their press tour platitudes and these legal filings could give you whiplash.
I'm grateful to Blake for just being a powerhouse of a performer and an amazing collaborator, and just all the people, the crew. I
Promoting major motion pictures at the same time.
Oh my gosh, it's just so thrilling in our house right now. We help each other, we work together so much. So the iconic rooftop scene in this movie, my husband actually wrote it. Nobody knows that, but you now.
And let's not pretend we're surprised. This is an industry built on pretending, where publicists craft best friends forever narratives while their clients barely tolerate each other between takes. The only shocking part is that they got caught being this blatant about it.
Is it just a huge clash of personalities, or is there more to it than that?
Well, I think in film, everybody's always vying for power and control. I think that this is probably the most intense situation I've ever been in film.
Those text messages, that's the sound of professionalism going out the window, along with any chance of working together again. The real question isn't who's right or wrong here, though Justin's "we can bury her" isn't exactly helping his case. It's how long until this gets turned into a Lifetime movie starring two A-list actors who will absolutely improvise their own problematic scenes. Now that would be poetic justice.
The latest on the legal bombshell that
This morning, a new lawsuit filed against
Shocking behind-the-scenes drama from Blake Lively.
Their Hollywood drama has now become a real-life legal one.
The moment Blake and Justin's legal drama hit the headlines, Hollywood did what it does best. Grabbed popcorn, chose teams, and started subtweeting like their careers depended on it.
You have me. You have all of me.
I know.
So if I'm not what you want, you just...
No, I'm fine.
This whole crap is obviously beyond a celebrity feud. It's literally a social experiment proving that when shit hits the fan, your industry friends will either ride for you or disappear faster than a craft services table at 5 p.m. Blake Lively, professional good vibes curator and queen of the girl squad, came out swinging with what can only be described as a human shield made entirely of A-list besties. Her phone must be buzzing nonstop with supportive texts from the kind of women who know how to destroy a man with a single Instagram caption. Taylor Swift's probably already workshopping lyrics lyrics for the inevitable breakup anthem. Let's call it My Name is Blake and You're Cancelled. Oh, meanwhile, the rest of Blake's crew is posting suspiciously timed throwback photos with captions like real queens lift each other up while making direct eye contact with the camera like they're in a Lifetime movie about betrayal. Over in Justin's camp? Well, let's just say it's giving last man standing at a networking event nobody wanted to attend. His support system currently consists of his dog, who legally has to love him, a prayer candle from his last film set that may or may not be cursed, and that one publicist who still lists crisis management as a skill on LinkedIn, despite this being their third celebrity dumpster fire this year. Even his former colleagues are keeping their distance like he's got secondhand embarrassment cooties. The industry's reaction tells you everything you need to know about where this is going.
The only place that I can go as a Baha'i are to the writings of the Baha'i faith. Jesus, Muhammad, Moses, they knew, and they know where we're going.
The Baha'i faith preaches freedom, unity.
Blake's getting the full, beloved Hollywood darling treatment. Think supportive hashtags, vague but pointed Instagram stories from famous friends, and that unspoken agreement among publicists to make sure her narrative stays clean. Justin, he's getting the Hollywood equivalent of being left on red. Suddenly, no one remembers his number. Meetings get mysteriously postponed, and his emails start going straight to spam folders. What makes this particularly brutal is how quickly the tide turned. One minute, Justin's the charming leading man with a bright future. The next, he's that guy everyone pretends not to recognize at industry mixers. Meanwhile, Blake's out here collecting professional goodwill like infinity stones, each new celebrity. Endorsement making Justin's comeback prospects look more bleak. The real winners here, the entertainment lawyers billing by the hour, the gossip bloggers getting record traffic, and all of us watching this unfold with the same morbid fascination. As a multi-car pileup, losers, Justin's career prospects, Hollywood's illusion of professionalism, and anyone who still thought celebrity friendships were real. At this point, the only suspense left is seeing who will be the last person to publicly associate with Justin, before his IMDb page starts looking suspiciously thin. My money's on the prayer candle. It's seen worse, and at least it's paid to stick around. If Blake and Justin's legal battle were a movie, it would be the kind that gets booed at Cannes before. The opening credits finish. This isn't litigation. It's a public execution with court-approved microphones. Blake's legal team is out here arguing that this case has less merit than a Fast and Furious sequel, while Justin's lawyers are scrambling like they just realized. Their client left the burner phone at home. The courtroom antics have reached soap opera levels of absurdity. Blake's attorneys, who probably charge more per hour than most people make in a month, are methodically dismantling Justin's reputation like it's a Lego set built by a toddler. Their argument essentially boils down to, Your Honor, this man is the human equivalent of a workplace hazard. Meanwhile, Justin's legal team appears to be operating on 3 hours of sleep and whatever legal advice they could crowdsource from Reddit threads. The trial isn't even scheduled until 2026. But let's be honest, this is ending one of two ways. Either with a settlement so expensive Justin will be paying it off through cameo appearances, or with mutual restraining orders so strict they won't be allowed within 500 feet of each other, which effectively bans them from every major awards show after party in Hollywood. The industry's already taking bets on who cracks first. What makes this particularly delicious is watching the legal strategies unfold. Blake's side is playing chess, while Justin's team seems to be struggling with checkers. Her lawyers submit, filing so sharp they could cut glass, while his team's responses read like they were dictated between panic attacks. There's talk of deleted texts, mysterious lost emails, and at least one witness who suddenly developed amnesia. The usual Hollywood legal ballet. Even the judge seems over it, eyeing both parties like a parent forced to mediate between spoiled children fighting over a toy. The court transcripts alone could fuel 1,000 gossip columns, with each new filing more damning than the last. Justin's team keeps trying to reframe this as a misunderstanding, which is rich considering the paper trail reads like a how-to guide for career suicide. The real kicker? This case has become such a joke in legal circles that even ambulance chasers are turning down interview requests about it. Top entertainment attorneys are using it as a cautionary tale for new clients. Remember what happened to Baldoni? Don't be that guy. Meanwhile, law schools might start offering a special seminar on how not to handle a high-profile lawsuit 101. At this point, the only people winning are the legal analysts getting regular TV spots to dissect each new development. This case has everything: celebrity egos, career-ending allegations, and enough shady text messages to keep court TV in business for years. The real mystery isn't who will win, it's how either of them thought this would end well. But let's not pretend this was ever about justice. Nah, this was Hollywood's take on a demolition derby, where the last car still running wins a settlement check and a write-up in a magazine. The only definitive winners? The attorneys are now shopping for beach houses in Malibu. For everyone else involved, this circus has been less about vindication and more about seeing who could torpedo torpedo their reputation more creatively. Blake exits stage left with her career intact, but her girl next door image slightly dented turns. Outplaying hardball in court doesn't pair well with champagne poppy Instagram aesthetics. Her victory lap looks suspiciously like a press tour for a new project, because nothing says I'm unbothered like strategically timed pappy walks. Meanwhile, Justin's team is rebranding this as a learning experience, which is corporate speak for please still hire me. His IMDb page now reads like a cautionary tale, with 3 upcoming projects quietly swapped out for TBA. The industry's verdict came swiftly and silently. Blake gets a seat at the next Met Gala, Justin gets a side-eye at Starbucks. Directors who once praised his collaborative spirit now remember they're too busy for meetings. His remaining allies have distanced themselves like he's carrying the plague, while Blake's squad sharpens their knives, metaphorically, but in Hollywood, who knows? As for the public, we're the real MVPs here. We memed the court sketches, dissected the legal filings like the Zapruder film, and turned "we can bury her" into the new Read the Room. The texts alone birthed 1,000 reaction gifs, proving once again that nothing fuels pop culture like rich people's poor decisions. Even the judge seemed aware this was entertainment, sighing through hearings like a babysitter counting minutes until payday. What's left is the fallout. A legal precedent for how not to handle workplace disputes, a masterclass in PR self-destruction, and 2 people who definitely won't be sharing a People's Choice Award podium anytime soon. The settlement terms are sealed tighter than Blake's. Skincare routine, but the whispers suggest NDAs so extensive they probably cover eye contact at industry events. So grab your popcorn, organic, gluten-free, because this is Hollywood, and watch the credits roll. The real moral of the story? Well, why don't you share that with us in the comments? We'll love to hear from you, and if you enjoyed this video, kindly like, share, and subscribe for more entertaining content. See you in the next video.